Since the dawn of civilization, humanity has gazed at the vast expanse of the heavens, pondering a question that has haunted our collective imagination. Are we an anomaly in the seemingly infinite universe? As technology advances and our understanding of the cosmos expands, evidence emerges that hints we might not be alone. From ancient artifacts with unexplained origins to modern sightings that defy all conventional explanations, the quest for answers has never been more tantalizing. Join us on an exhilarating journey as we delve into the most compelling, mystifying, and at times unsettling top 10 alien claims. Prepare to challenge your beliefs and question what you thought you knew. The universe is vast, and its secrets even more profound. Let's explore the uncharted together. Number 10. 1976. The Viking Mars landers detect chemical signatures indicative of life. NASA's Viking landers, during their historic mission to Mars, conducted intriguing experiments on Martian soil samples, sparking a debate that continues even today. In a particularly fascinating test, these landers mixed the soil with nutrients, tagged with radioactive carbon, and subsequently examined the soil for any signs of radioactive methane gas being emitted. This test yielded a positive outcome, suggesting that some entity within the Martian soil might be metabolizing these nutrients, resulting in the emission of radioactive gas. This discovery was initially seen as a potential indication of life. However, other tests performed by the Viking landers failed to confirm the presence of life, leading NASA to label the initial methane discovery as a false positive. Yet, the mystery persists. One of the primary scientists involved in the original tests, along with a number of researchers who revisited the data in subsequent years, firmly believe in the legitimacy of the initial finds. They contend that the other tests executed by the Viking landers weren't adequately designed to detect organic molecules, which are crucial indicators of life. This enduring debate underscores the challenges and complexities of space exploration and the lengths scientists go to ensure the accuracy of their findings. Number 9. 1977. The unexplained extraterrestrial WOW signal is detected by an Ohio State University radio telescope. In the late summer of 1977, a radio telescope at Ohio State University stumbled upon a perplexing discovery from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius. An unexpected radiation pulse was observed for a duration of 37 seconds, leaving the scientists utterly baffled. The significance of this observation was so profound that one astronomer, taken aback by the unexpected data, inscribed "Wow" on the telescope's data printout. Interestingly, the signal was detected within a specific band of radio frequencies where, due to international agreements, transmissions are strictly prohibited on our planet. Additionally, when space emits natural radiation, it typically spans a broader spectrum of frequencies, making this particular signal even more mysterious. Given that the closest star in that observed direction is a staggering 220 million light-years distant, there are only a few plausible explanations. The source could either be an astronomical event of massive proportions, or, perhaps even more tantalizingly, a sign of intelligent extraterrestrial life, equipped with an extraordinarily powerful transmitter. Despite numerous hypotheses and much speculation, the origins and nature of this WOW signal remain one of the enduring enigmas of space exploration and astronomy. Number 8. 1996. Martian fossils are discovered in meteorite ALH 84001 from Antarctica. In 1996, NASA researchers stirred significant debate when they announced the discovery of what they believed to be fossilized microscopic life forms inside a unique Martian rock. This meteorite, which bore a resemblance to a potato, is believed to have been ejected from Mars following a cosmic impact. After traveling the vast expanse of the solar system for approximately 15 million years, it eventually found its way to Antarctica, where it was unearthed in 1984. Upon thorough examination, the rock showcased intriguing features. It contained traces of organic molecules in minute quantities of the mineral magnetite, a mineral occasionally seen in Earth-based bacteria. Delving deeper, using an electron microscope, the NASA team purportedly observed what appeared to be markers of nanobacteria. However, the bold assertions made by NASA were met with skepticism and critique. Many in the scientific community proposed alternative explanations. Some experts posited that the magnetite traces were not as similar to bacterial samples as initially believed. Others argued that the organic molecules found might be contaminants that originated on Earth, rather than evidence of Martian life. Additionally, a study in 2003 demonstrated that under specific conditions, crystals mirroring the so-called nanobacteria could be synthesized through purely chemical reactions in a controlled lab setting. This discovery further complicated the debate, implying that nature could create such structures without the involvement of any biological entities. Number 7, 2001. More rigorous calculations connected to the 1960s Drake equation suggest that our galaxy may contain hundreds of thousands of life-bearing planets. In 1961, American radio astronomer Frank Drake formulated an equation as a method to predict the number of extraterrestrial civilizations in our galaxy that might be capable of interstellar communication. The Drake equation incorporates 7 variables, such as the rate of star formation similar to the Sun, the proportion of planets resembling Earth, and the fraction on which life might arise. While many of these variables remain subjects of intense debate, Drake's personal estimate surmises that roughly 10,000 civilizations in our galaxy could potentially communicate with us. By 2001, with the aid of advanced data and theories, a more detailed approximation was proposed, suggesting that our galaxy may harbor hundreds of thousands of planets with the potential for life. This study also introduced a prediction of how many of these planets might reside within the Goldilocks zone of their respective stars, a region where conditions may allow for liquid water and the possibility of photosynthesis. The implications of these findings hint at the exciting possibility of an Earth-like planet hosting life being only a few hundred light-years away from us. Number 6, 2001. The red tinge of Jupiter's moon Europa, proposed to be due to frozen bits of bacteria, which also helps explain the mysterious infrared signal it gives off. In 2001, scientists from NASA posited an intriguing theory that the reddish hue of Europa, one of Jupiter's moons, might be attributed to alien microbial life. Although the surface of this moon is predominantly ice, it reflects infrared radiation in a peculiar way. This odd reflection has led researchers to believe that some compounds, possibly magnesium salts, could be interlinking the ice. Yet, the exact mixture of compounds that would accurately explain the data has remained elusive. Fascinatingly, when the infrared patterns of certain bacteria from Earth were examined, specifically those that thrive in extreme environmental conditions, they match Europa's data almost as convincingly as magnesium salts. Additionally, the colors of some of these bacteria are shades of red and brown, which might provide an explanation for Europa's distinct reddish appearance. While the immediate conditions on Europa's surface, with its thin atmosphere and chilling temperatures of about -170 degrees Celsius, might seem inhospitable for bacterial life, there's a possibility that these microbes could inhabit the moon's warmer liquid core. This core, believed to be warmer and more hospitable, might occasionally experience geological eruption that cast these microbes out, where they would instantly freeze upon making contact with the frigid surface. This dynamic process might just be the key to understanding the moon's mysterious color and composition. Number 5, 2002, Russian scientists argue that a mysterious, radiation-proof species of microbe may have evolved on Mars. In 2002, astrobiologists from Russia proposed that the remarkably radiation-resistant microbe Deinococcus radiorans might have originated on Mars. This bacterium can endure radiation levels that are thousands of times more than what would be fatal to humans. The Russian scientists subjected this bacteria to radiation doses potent enough to eliminate 99.9% of them, and let the survivors multiply before exposing them again. After 44 such cycles, the bacteria showed a resistance level 50 times their initial tolerance. They deduced that to make a typical bacterium like E. coli as tough as Deinococcus, it would require numerous such cycles. Considering the fact that on Earth, it would take anywhere from 1 million to 100 million years to experience each radiation dose, the researchers asserted that Earth's 3.8 billion year biological history hadn't had enough time for such high resistance to develop. In comparison, Mars' surface, devoid of protective thick atmosphere, experiences intense radiation. This suggests that organisms on Mars could face these elevated radiation levels within hundreds of thousands of years. Therefore, the team speculated that ancestors of Deinococcus were potentially ejected from Mars by an asteroid impact and later landed on Earth via space rocks. However, many in the scientific community approach this hypothesis with caution. Number 4. 2002. Chemical hints of life are found in old data from Venus probes and landers. Could microbes exist in Venusian clouds? In 2002, University of Texas astrobiologists proposed a fascinating theory about Venus based on data from NASA and Russian missions. Oddities in Venus's atmosphere, like the unexpected rarity of carbon monoxide and the presence of certain chemicals, seem to defy explanation. Notably, carbonyl sulfide stood out as is typically produced by early microbes. Their groundbreaking hypothesis? Life might exist within Venus's clouds. While Venus's surface is scorchingly hot and acidic, making it seemingly uninhabitable, the atmosphere about 50 kilometers above is milder and shares some similarities with Earth, possibly providing a haven for microbial life. Number 3. 2003. Sulfur traces on Jupiter's moon Europa may be the waste products of underground bacterial colonies. In 2003, a team of Italian researchers theorized that the presence of sulfur on Europa could hint at extraterrestrial life. This conclusion was based on observations made by the Galileo spacecraft, which also identified potential subsurface oceans on Europa, kept warm by volcanic activity. The detected sulfur patterns on Europa were reminiscent of bacterial byproducts observed in Antarctic lake ice on Earth. Hence, the scientists speculated that similar bacteria might exist in the waters beneath Europa's icy exterior. However, some experts contested this view, believing instead that the sulfur might have originated from Io, a neighboring moon where sulfur is plentiful. Number 2. 2004. Methane in the Martian atmosphere hints at microbial metabolism. In 2004, 3 independent teams, utilizing Earth-based telescopes and the Mars Express probe from the European Space Agency, reported finding traces of methane in the Martian atmosphere. On Earth, the majority of methane is a byproduct of bacterial activity, while other factors, such as volcanism, the melting of subterranean frozen deposits, or comet collisions, could also produce methane. The compound's existence on Mars indicates a recent origin due to its swift degradation or escape from the Martian atmosphere. Adding to the intrigue, in 2005, a scientist from the ESA claimed to have discovered evidence of formaldehyde, a compound resulting from methane oxidation. If this finding is substantiated, it might bolster the argument for microbial life on Mars. This is because the hypothesized amount of formaldehyde present would require a significant methane output, approximated at 2.5 million tons annually. Verifying the presence of this gas necessitates specialized equipment, which has to be transported to Mars. Number 1. 2004. A mysterious radio signal is received by the SETI project on 3 occasions from the same region of space. In February 2003, SETI astronomers utilized a vast Puerto Rican telescope to revisit 200 sky segments previously identified with mysterious radio signals. All of these signals had vanished, except one which had intensified. This particular signal, emerging from a space between Pisces and Aries, with no apparent stars or planets, is now considered among the strongest contenders for evidence of extraterrestrial communication. Intriguingly, this signal operates at a frequency associated with hydrogen's energy absorption and emission. Given hydrogen's ubiquity, some astronomers theorize that intelligent extraterrestrials might choose this frequency for transmissions if they wanted to be detected. However, there remains a possibility that this signal could be a new, yet undiscovered natural event. Historically, a mysterious radio signal detected in 1967 was initially believed to be artificial but was later identified as the first ever observed pulsar.